Alright, this time we are going to work with some beanies. So these are 100% cotton. They were soaked in soda ash for a couple of days. They're pretty thick. And then spun out in the washer until they were damp, and then placed in the dryer to completely dry them out. I know I don't do that very often, but for this I'm going to give it a try. So I've got more than these two, but we'll do two for this video and see what goes from there. I was going to do a spiral on this, but I'm trying to think this through, and what I think I'm going to do is mark this off so I can at least try to accordion it before doing a spiral, because you can't just lay it out flat. Let's see if this works. Alright, so if I fold that, then I would have to fold that back in on itself. And fold that back out. It's actually working. Alright, let's try to fold that back in again. Oh, that didn't work. Okay. I can't really spread this out far enough. Let's see. Well, that might be working. Alright, that's spiraled about as much as I can spiral it. Let's see what I can do here. Alright, my son is dyeing this one, so I don't think he's going to do a spiral, and he's got 5 colors. I think I'm going to have to convince him to add a 6th, and we'll just see what happens. It's not spiraled very tight, because I don't think it's possible to spiral it very tight. But that's what that one looks like. For the next one, I've had this idea for a while. I'm not sure how this is going to work out. In the case of this beanie, there's actually a seam in the center. So I'm going to pull that down. And what I'm going to do is just turn it. And in the process, I'm going to tie it off to hopefully keep a bit of the spiral. Let's see if it'll actually hold or if it's going to release. I'm not sure there's much spiral staying in this. It's not horrible. Okay. Alright, touch that up a little. And let's see if there's one more of those. Okay, I'm not sure about doing those that tight, but I think it'll be okay. The top one is pretty loose, so that'll work. Alright, so this is what I'm going to start with. So off to dye. Okay, we're going to start with this one, and it's going to be ice dyed. We'll just let that one melt through, and then we'll do something on the bottom. I'm not sure, probably a solid color. Okay, so for the other one, what I've got is just a solid color. In this case, I'm going with black. I've got a 20-ounce bottle here. I'm going to put, I don't know, 4 ounces maybe less, into it. Then stuff the top of the hat up into the bottle, and then the whole thing is going to hang upside down for like 24 hours. And the idea is that the top of the hat will be quite a bit darker than the bottom of the hat, beanie, whatever. So this should be solid black, and then it should work to gray or just the ivory itself that the beanie is starting with. We'll see how this works out. If it works out, I might try it on something else. So let's do it, I guess. got the bottle and it's dripping down, and it looks like it's found every little crevice it can to drip down the side instead of soaking through. So for now I'm going to actually let this go like this. It's an experiment after all. And when I run out of dye, I'm going to let it sit for a couple hours, and then I'll add some more dye to a little hole I created in the top of the bottle to allow the air to actually get in so it would drain out. And we'll see what happens. Okay, it's been over 6 hours and the ice still hasn't melted through, so I'm just going to flip it at this point. I guess it's a little cold in the house. Alright, so for the back side I'm going with just oxblood red. I'm going to put ice over that, and then I'll come back and actually put black over the top about 6 hours from now or so. Alright, so I'll let this sit until it melts through, and then we'll do a layer of black, probably thickened black over the top, and go from there. It's now 10 weeks after the last segment of this video, and I know this isn't how these normally end, and that's because I normally have something to show at this point in time. When I started the washout, every bit of the dye started coming out, and then I thought maybe I should look at that label. And I'm second guessing myself, going, why should I look at the label? I know that I bought 100% cotton beanies. Not so much. I'll just go ahead and get up. As you can see, these are 100% acrylic. Acrylic isn't a natural fiber, and it doesn't bond with the dye. I don't have the actual beanies from that video, or from the start of the video, because they were thrown in the trash in a bit of anger after having gone through all of that. I do, however, have, I don't know, a handful more of these beanies that I can't use to tie-dye because they're not cotton. So, I know a lot of y'all say, oh, it's not a fail on some of the videos that I've labeled a fail, and I don't feel those are clickbait because it didn't look like what it was supposed to in my mind. But I don't think anybody can say, this wasn't a fail. Okay, I learned something from it, which you would think at this age I would know to actually check before doing any work. I didn't check. I did the work, and it was acrylic. So there's my learning experience from this. I'm posting this video, I guess, as a comedy at this point. A true failure, how to learn to check your labels before you actually do any work, whatever you want to take from it. So this is where this video ends. Thanks for watching.